Hello and welcome. In this video I'm just going to give you a summary of the training that happened last week. I delivered a training for project managers in how to use Teams for project managers. So to get started, the things to remember which is important about Teams is that first, when you open a team, there are channels. So there are different channels like general, introduction, project. I just created some channels here. And also the same with another team. There is a general channel which is always there. It cannot be removed, it cannot be renamed, and some other channels that you can create. Channels can be standard and private. So when we have a private channel, only specific members of the team can access this channel. So not everyone. But this person who accesses this channel should be a member of the team. Right? You cannot add someone outside of your team to the private channel. So that's the thing about permissions. When you manage your team, you have channels. And regarding the team in general, if I look under the team, there are only two permission levels. One is owner and one is member. Member can do a lot except deleting the team, and doing some high-level admin tasks. Of course, you can add guests to the team, right? I have some additional members here, but if I want to add an external person, I can add a guest also to this team. So to sum up, you have team owners, team members, and depending on the channel, you can configure this channel to be private or standard. If I have it set as standard, then everyone from the team would have access here. If I have the channel configured as private, then only specific people. For example, I can give access to David and Zina, and the rest would not be able to see it. So this is a very brief introduction about permissions and management in Teams. Of course, you can pin the channels on top the way I have it here. So, for example, when I go to this channel and I click ping, then it goes on top, right? So it's just easier for manage. Let's have a look a little bit deeper into the team and what's there that can be used to help you with project management. So when I look let's look at this one. When I look into this team, and this is a specific channel, as you see, called Introduction to Teams. There I see a lot of different tabs. So posts, files, scanned, agenda, etc. This posts tab, what it means, it's a shared conversation. So it's basically a shared mailbox, and everyone from the team can post here. They can just post different. They can also do mentions. If you put @ to mention someone, and this person will receive this information. And so basically, it's like a line. If you like a feed in Facebook or some social media platforms. Then the second tab here is called Files. When you look under Files, if you upload something here, all these files belong to this specific channel, and they are stored in a SharePoint on the back end. They're all stored in SharePoint. Of course, you can synchronize these files to make it locally. You can download, copy link, and also open in SharePoint. If you have these files here, you can also add the contents of these files as new tabs. So for example, when I click here, let's say I have this Teams training PowerPoint, right? When I click on the plus, then I can select PowerPoint, and in PowerPoint I can select a specific PowerPoint document, and then I can also post to the channel about this tab. So let me do it like this. Then what happens next? This new tab gets created. Right, I have a lot of tabs here, and this one has a plan, what we'll cover in this session. Of course, there are, this is just, if you have some kind of important document for a project that you want everyone to see, you can create a separate tab here and put this as a project. Then what you can do, there are files tab, right? We looked. And the next one I have here is Gantt, because a lot of people are using Gantt charts to manage, to plan the project. Here, this is a standard Excel. I downloaded from, it's a template from somewhere, and I just pinned this Excel as a tab on top of this channel, and there, people can see at which stage we are, where we're located, etc. If you're using Scrum methodology, and a lot of people are currently using it already, you can use a planner tool. So this is basically you display a planner in the team. So team can be considered like a virtual room, where you can put a lot of different things together to work together. So it's like a one entry point. Microsoft intends that people, when they go to Teams, they can see, they can just work from Teams interface with a lot of different services, like the way we have here, right? We have different buckets here, some tasks which are assigned, but in reality, this is actually a planner service which is added to this team. Then we have let's say I have a wiki here. Wiki, what's behind the wiki? It's just a OneNote page that you can modify. My suggestion would be to use a standard OneNote instead of this wiki. The reason being, it's much easier to move it around compared to the wiki. So then we can have, let's say we have a flow. I do not want the flow to be actually visible here. This is just for demonstration purposes. But with flow, you can connect different things here. Let's say I have a flow which is stand up, or I have a flow which notifies the team when a new response is submitted. It means that, let's say, we have some kind of questionnaire in the team that the project members have to fill in. When they fill it in, there is a flow which actually which is automated, and then it notifies specific team members or makes a post in a specific channel that new response is submitted. So it's very, very basic automation here. Then let's have a look what we have. We can also have a calendar with freebies information. And in reality, this tab right here I have, it's a third-party tool, so it helps to schedule different options in the team, and I'll get to it a bit later in my next videos. Of course, I have some more teams, and one of the interesting things also, if you notice, there is something which is called Daily Bot. It's a third-party solution. I'll describe it in the next video, which talks more about bots, how to use bots. But I will be doing these trainings once in a while. So if you want to join, please feel free to ping me, and we'll set up a time and have a free training for you to understand how teams work and what kind of use you can get from leveraging teams. So thank you very much for watching this short video. Have a wonderful day and stay healthy. Bye bye.